President Obama.
This morning, I called Bob and Janny Bergdahl and told them that after nearly 5 years in captivity, their son Bo is coming home.
Yay.
Sergeant Bergdahl has missed birthdays,
holidays,
and the simple moments with family and friends, which all of us take for granted.
Holidays like Christmas and Easter, Christian holidays like that.
Forgotten.
Look at his dad.
His parents thought about him and prayed for him every single day. As did his sister Sky, who prayed for his safe return.
He made it back.
He wasn't forgotten by his community in Idaho.
Yay.
Or the military.
Yay.
He wasn't forgotten by his country.
Nice. He wasn't.
The United States of America does not ever leave our men and women in uniform behind.
That's kind of nice. They traded 5 Taliban generals for this guy, if you don't remember. He abandoned his squad, and they looked for him, and some guys got injured looking for him. And 5 years later, they traded 5 Taliban generals for him, which was odd.
As Commander-in-Chief, I am proud of the service members who recovered Sergeant Bergdahl and brought him safely out of harm's way.
Sergeant Bergdahl.
As usual, they performed.
He got promoted. He got promoted after he deserted. So, he actually got promoted. Yeah, that's not military jargon. You know what the fuck promoted means? I mean, yeah, he got promoted after he left.
Extraordinary courage and professionalism, and they've made their nation proud. Right now, our top priority is making sure that Bo gets the care and support that he needs, and that he can be reunited with his family as soon as possible.
Yay.
I'm also grateful for the tireless work of our
I'm
diplomats
watching the Laker game.
and for the cooperation of the government of Qatar
in helping to secure
Bo's release. We've worked for several years to achieve this goal, and earlier this week I was able to personally thank the Emir of Qatar for his leadership in helping us get it done.
Thank you, Emir of Qatar. What a nice guy. I mean, I guess it was worth getting him. You know, no, it's true. No American should be left behind. So I guess it's true. What's this?
That's what Bergdahl would say next.
Well, the one thing that came out and popped out of my head was I didn't think search and rescue would be conducted for me. That was just I thought was the most idiotic statement known to man.
Wait.
It's like, I don't want to say the word dumb, but
Big dog.
Dumb? Are you dumb or something? You don't leave somebody behind.
Yeah, it's true.
And he basically screwed us all over.
Specialist Morita says he and many others were pleased to see Bergdahl received a dishonorable discharge and a rank reduction as part of his sentencing.
These guys who served with him, the guys that he abandoned, were happy when he got demoted and dishonorably discharged.
It was bittersweet, with Bergdahl not getting any jail time.
No jail time.
I was at least hoping for a little bit of jail time, and when they didn't say that, I'm thinking that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
I'm putting that very, very
Look
nicely
at that fucking
lightly.
pussy.
While Bergdahl claims he left the base to report concerns over leadership in the military, Specialist Morita is still wondering why he left his fellow soldiers bear the consequences of his action.
That's not a white flag of peace. That's their flag. They literally came up with their flag and were like, fuck you. Take this fucking pussy back and give us our 5 generals back.
What was the deal, man? They throw you on these crazy missions, because I've done crazy missions myself. We're surrounded in a war zone. We're surrounded by enemy.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
Michael Severin, 6 on your side.
In court, Bergdahl apologized to the soldiers and their families who were injured while searching for him. His attorney says they plan to appeal that dishonorable discharge.
Oh, I'm sure that fucking pussy's getting 100%. 100%, which is about $3 grand and some change. He's living fat. I think he got arrested too for some shit. Hey, this ain't the Bergdahl show.
Well,
Fuck
Sergeant
that
Bo
pussy.
Bergdahl is a free man.
Yeah, he is a free man. Good for him. Anyway, this ain't the Bergdahl channel. I don't even care about that guy. Fuck that guy. Anyway, I'm writing a fucking book here. Dumb Grunt by me. We're editing a part here that has nothing to do with anything really when you think about it. Anyway, fuck you, Bergdahl, and that's the end of that. You know, like wherever you are, I'll fight you, bro. Not really. If you got to punch me first, because I don't want to initiate contact with you. But if you were to initiate with me, I would fight you, because you seem like a bitch, man. But whatever. Everyone else in the military is cool. Just you specifically are a bitch. But anyway, back to the book. We're not worrying about that guy. We're worrying about a book. Put the volumes on that. So let's continue with this book, Dumb Grunt. Let's see. I forgot which part we're on. We're really gonna do the True Bible, all of it. This is when they find some dead kids, but I don't want to mess with that one just yet. Accidental kid. Let's see, the faggot bird dog. Oh yeah, that's the name of this chapter, that faggot bird dog. Based on nobody, I kind of just made it up off the top of my head. This part is about this fucking guy named Bird Dog, who is a combat replacement. He's a Marine though. He's a Marine, and he joins a squad to replace a couple of Marines that had recently gotten killed. But he's kind of a pussy. Everybody fucking hates him. We're at a part that is after Torero, the main character of the book. He did a fake torture on him, where he pretended that the Taliban killed everybody and kidnapped Bird Dog. He put a bag over his head and fucked with him a little bit. And then Bird Dog admitted that he was there to join the Taliban and to die as a martyr. When they discover that, when Bird Dog, sees that he's actually been fucked with, he goes back and says no, but they're not really worried about it because they have a whole other operation. And now we're back to this chapter, which is the faggot Bird Dog. I think I went through this part. I want to go to a part. Yeah, this is the part where they talk about dick medicine. Yeah. All right, so here we are. A sudden breeze shocks Torero as he looks down to his shriveled, dehydrated penis swaying with the motion of the trauma litter. The fact that his pants and underwear are around his ankles finally catches his attention. And we'll add that together. We'll make one big sentence. I like run-on sentences sometimes. Wow. A sudden breeze shocks Torero, and he looks down to his shirt. He looks down at his shriveled, dehydrated penis, swaying with the motion of the trauma litter, while the fact that his pants and underwear are around his ankles finally catches his attention. Oh no, he whispers to himself, and a sudden jolt coming from his rectum makes him squeal in pain. His arms are numb, but he reaches back and pulls out a dry, feces-encrusted thermometer out of it. His arms are numb, but he reaches back and he struggles. His arms are numb, and my D, not my dick, but my fucking D key is all fucked up. His arms are numb, and he struggles to reach back. And he struggles to reach back and pulls out a dry, feces-encrusted thermometer out of his asshole. Pulls out and pulls a dry. This is why, just a little side note, this is why it's good to, if you're going to write a book based on nothing, I feel like it's good to read your words out loud so you can hear them, and then really judge if it's something good, because if it doesn't sound good out loud, then it's not going to read well. Fucking Lakers, 18-13, 6 minutes left in the first. Goddamn. They're winning, though, but that fucking Jokic, man, that big fucking... Okay. I mean, I hope he becomes a Laker one day, but fucking Jokic, man. He's good. He's good at basketball. That's about it. Pulls a dry feces encrusted thermometer out of his asshole, and it reads 105.9 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh no. The world around Torero's eyes begins to darken, and the only sound are footsteps, but even that is fading away quickly. The world around Torero's eyes begin to darken, and the only sounds are the footsteps of the Marines carrying his carrying his dead weight. His dead weight. But even that is fading away quickly. He hears a faint voice on the other side of the world. From the other side. He hears a faint voice from the other side of the world. The dog's passing out again. Put the thermometer back in, the fading voice says. Torero blacks out and then suddenly opens his eyes back up. Under a dark and star-scattered sky, next to a fire with a well-placed IV in his bruised right forearm and fresh, clean bandages around the missed IV sites on his left arm. He's back in the patrol base on an extra cot next to the piss tube and the Jack Shack MRAP truck. Awesome. Torero's eyes adjust to the moonlight, and he sits up and sees the Marines in A&A in full gear gathered up and kicking up dust in the patrol base while they grab ammo and water and the others gamble. Hey, Frank. Agent 3 Peter Ritchie, you know what? I'm going to skip this part because I think I went through this part anyway. He goes through a part where Ritchie was supposed to be in a truck. This truck got blown up, flipped into the river, and then they couldn't save the guy, so all the 4 Marines in there died. So they talk about that and all that sad shit. Peter Brankley. Pete stares at the drips from the MRAP truck he was supposed to be in. The empty seat he should have been sitting in, but rode on the last truck because he should have been sitting in, but instead he rode on the last truck because he forgot his med bag. So Rana replaced him. So Rana replaced him in the first truck. Pete, what bird dog thing? Pete, what? Richie shakes. Richie continues to stare blankly at the moon dust. What bird dog thing? Pete finishes shaking himself out of a thought. Fuck, you've been out for a while. Pete sighs deeper and sadder. Anyway, he clears his dry throat and sips some coffee. You and me both. Take your little break. Very good. Anyway, he clears his dry throat and he sips some coffee and takes another long drag from his cigarette. And then drinks half a bottle of water in 2 chugs. So after you guys went to do the feint and the whole firefight thing, we stayed back to clean up the mess on the road. There was a firefight on the road. It was a whole thing. We talked about it in another chapter, in a previous chapter. We finally dragged that fucking truck out of the river. Casevac Lance Corporal White, the white one. There's two Lance Corporal Whites, a white guy and a black guy. The white one got injured. The black one got killed. Nothing to that. It's just people die. We finally dragged that fucking truck out of the river. Casevac Lance Corporal White, the white one. Let's put an M dash in there instead of a comma. M dash, my favorite thing. And the army guy and that reporter. Anyway, we get back to the PB and towing the truck in and shit. We get back to the PB and towing the truck in and shit and carrying the bodies and find out Bird Dog isn't here anymore. He left. He left, Toro repeats back, unable to compute. Pete exhales a cigarette towards the sky. Wasn't here. He left. Like, wait, he left or he killed himself? Toro asks, hoping Bird Dog did kill himself. He left. He was on post, though. He left a note. Pete says, Torero, let's see. Toro squints his eyes and puckers his lips, comma. Little H. Toro squints his eyes and puckers his lips. He was on post, though. He left a note, Pete says while rolling his eyes. Some wannabe martyr goat fucker sounding shit. But he was on post. I don't understand. Yes, Frank, he was on... let's see. Let's put an M dash at this end. But he was on post. I don't understand. Yes, Frank, he was on fucking post. Shut up about it. Sorry, Peter. I'm just trying to process this. Goddamn. Okay, so he left. Toro squints, not believing the story. Like, not here. Did he get kidnapped? Yes. I mean, no. Fuck, Frank. Pete exhales, losing his patience with his best friend. Anyway, he left his shit, and the note said some goat fucker bullshit along the lines that he didn't agree with how America maybe sometimes bombs Muslims, and he's here to be a martyr. And I guess his dad is like a Muslim priest or whatever you call it back home. He wrote about being in contact with some madrasa in Pakistan or some shit. Interesting, but I don't get it. Interesting. Torero puts his hands together in a prayer. But I don't get it. He deserted Frank. Pete takes another long drag from his cigarette. He's a traitor, like a legit ass traitor. Left us for the Taliban with the intent to kill us. Does that make fucking sense? Does that make fucking sense? Wow, so like a no shit traitor. Interesting. We had a whole rage fest about it when we got back, and Gunny told us he deserted. Then your guys got back and like really started raging since they all had to take turns carrying you back. So they've been just raging out, pounding energy drinks and popping the pills you leave laying around everywhere. Jesus, Frank. Anyway, everyone is pretty fired up about it, and eventually it'll hit the news, so everyone wants to kill him, but the order is alive. Hopefully he just steps on an ID. Pete smiles at Torero for the first time tonight. They're partying because... Oh, no, they're partying. They're partying because they're going to hunt for that buttfucker tonight. My squad is staying behind to take care of the PB and his QRF, Quick Reaction Force. While they're gone, I heard the CEO was getting a couple of Cobras and maybe a drone too. Interesting. Torero shakes his head again. So what's going on? Frank, Pete rolls his eyes. I don't love it, but I like it. We had a whole rage fest when we got back, and we had a road trip when we got back, and Gunny told us he deserted. Then your guys got back and like really started raging since they were all fucking exhausted from carrying you. Yeah, that sounds better. From carrying you. So they've been just raging out, pounding energy drinks and popping the pills you leave laying around everywhere. Jesus, Frank. Anyway, everyone is pretty fired up about it. And even since eventually it'll hit the news. Since it's gonna hit the news. It's It's gonna hit the news. it's gonna hit the news, so everyone wants to kill him. But the order is alive. Hopefully, he just steps on IED. Pete smiles at Toro for the first time tonight. They're partying because they're gonna hunt for that butt fucker tonight. My squad is staying behind to take care of the PB and SQRF. While they're gone, heard a CEO was getting a couple of Cobras and maybe a drone too. Drones in 2010 was a big deal. We live in, and today is 2024. So as you know, if you're on the internet, you see, you know, like young people just getting fucking droned to death. First person drones and grenades getting dropped on them. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. I prefer IEDs to that because I don't know, IEDs are just quick. At least they fucking just blow you up and kill you and stuff. Imagine hearing a bzzz and there's like some fucking teenage Ukrainian just like laughing at you while he fucking blows you up. Peace.